demonstration video here for the Ultion Lishi style 2-in-1 picks. I have all of my Lishis in this case here. Let me open this out. You can see, very nice presentation there. Several leaves in there. Some Yale stuff as well. And I always like to keep, hot tip here, in the back, a little Allen key driver, as that will help us to remove any handles. So on the back here, there's a little Allen screw, and you see that's for that one there. You unscrew that, that will allow us to take the handle off and flip it to the other side if we wished to. If something was in the way, maybe a door pull or anything like that, we can move that round to the other side. So it's always a good idea to keep an Allen key in the same kit that you've got your Lishi style 2-in-1 picks. So we're concentrating on the Ultions. We'll pull out of our kit the standard and the WXM. Push that to one side. And we have these locks in front of us here. Unfortunately, we've only got one old style Ultion because they're just sort of fizzling out at the moment. The WXM is the newer style, which is getting fit, so redundant for the others, and so should be for the new ones as well, if you ask me. But we are coming across them a lot, so we need to figure out the best ways to open them. They're quite easy to pick open, to be fair. A lot of you guys will know that. Here is one also that the Magibur sorted out very quickly. Just a quick blast in there on top of the pins, and she was open. So not a tough lock to defeat, so long as you're doing it the right way. Even faster than the Magibur, we can usually pick these locks open. So the only issue I've ever found whilst picking them open is picking up thumb turns, and they have to be picked up pretty much as you're picking with a long wrench. So these tools are going to solve that problem. Well, we'll start with this one here, which is the classic Ultion. Doesn't tell me which side is inside and outside, but I'm going to obviously believe that the one with the sacrificial cut there for the anti-snap is to the outside. So put that there, choose the right tool. With our flag picking down from the left side, we lift that up. My flag is picking down from the left side, so we pick in the opposite direction that the flag is rotating. So in the case of this, we're going to be picking anti-clockwise. You see, I'm only going to use my finger for a bit of pressure there, and I'm going to use only finger and thumb on the back there. That's all we need. We don't need to force this at all. Don't force anything. If you're finding yourself really putting pressure on it, you're doing it wrong, and you need to let off on your tension. So all we're going to do here is move through the pins, testing them with our finger and thumb, and if we got spring back like that, that means that it's either not ready to be picked or it is already set. We'll move on to 2. That's got spring back. 3 has spring back. 4 has spring back, 5 has spring back, which means obviously 6 is solid. So we'll give him a little click. 1 click. There we go. So we got a bit of turn on the core as well, but now 6 has a little bit of spring back on it. So that tells me that he's set where he needs to be. 5, spring back on 5. 4, I can't actually get past him, so we're going to have to set 4. There we go, click out of 4, and now that's springing back as well. 3, what does he say? Springy. 2, bit springy. 1, I can't get onto him, so he needs to be picked. Oh, okay. Now, uncommon for this lock, but we are in a big false set. Which means we've got to deal with a spool, or at least one. So this is where picking in the anti-clockwise direction is very important. If we had picked the other way, we'd really struggle to pick up these spools. Like I said, we can pick it both ways. It's just it's much more difficult if we were going in the clockwise direction in this situation. So I can't get past 2 currently, and turning it gives me counter rotation on my tension, so we'll do that. touching him until he gets click. And there we go. We have the lock open and the cam spins round nicely there. No problems. Okay, slide him out. As I say, this is the only lock we got for that older style, so we'll remove him and move on to the WXM. WXM, they do have stamped on there your internal and external. There we go. So we'll put it in the right way. Make sure we're picking the right side. And put that one aside and move on to the WXM pick. Now, WXM cylinder, compared to the old style, the keyway is on the opposite side. So we call this a right-hand keyway and this a left-hand keyway because it's offset to one of those sides. So WXM is set over to the left. So our pick goes the other way, and the picking tip also, we turn the opposite way to push the pins down. So this one will want to go in a clockwise direction. So just as before, exactly the same picking procedure, finger and thumb on the nail, and slight pressure on your tension, and test. We're looking for the springiness. One is solid straight away, so we'll give him a click. We gave him a click, and he is still solid. So there's the difference between this lock and the other. This lock has serrated pins. So right now we've landed on a serration, but it's still solid, so we need to give him an extra click. Okay, another click and he's still solid. Final click, and now he's gone with a bit of spring back in him. So we know he's now set. And that's one of the most positive things about this pick as opposed to using your hand picks. It's much, much easier to know when something is on a serration on the pin or when something's set, because you've got that clear bit of feedback there, which might be hard to see if you're using hand picks, or if you, indeed, I thought you got everything picked. To find out which one on this pick, you can, obviously we've got the number chart here, it's very easy to find out which one is holding us up. So I've got number 3 being solid, we'll give him a nudge, still solid, nice click there. Now 3 is giving us some spring back. 2 is fine. 4 I can't get past, so it has to be 4. Okay, now we nudge past. I'm going to leave him there. 5's got spring back. 6 got spring back. 3 has spring back. Okay, actually we dropped 1 because there's no spring back there anymore. There we go. Now we have him springing back. 2 is now solid. Nice deep one there. That's got spring back now. 3 is springing. 4. 5 is now. Oh, now it's springing back. 6, solid. Okay, that's now springing. 5. And there we have it. So, could take a little bit longer than whizzing through with your hand pick sometimes, but it's much more precise. And obviously the added benefit to all of this, for me at least, the thumb turn lock. So if we drop this in here, this lock has had a couple of pins removed, so it's just for demonstration purposes, and you can see it has grabbed the thumb turn. So whilst picking, let's see, we should get the thumb turn around. 3, 2, we're only dealing with pins 1 to 4 in this lock. 2, and there she goes. So as you see, thumb turn spins round nicely. No issues there at all. So there we go. Another option in your bag to deal with these locks, which are very, very common. They get installed with new doors that go in these days. So even the owner has them without choice when they buy the door in most cases. But of course they're told about their 3-star £2,000 guarantee and what have you, and they're over the moon about it. They just don't know that what they're getting is likely to fail a few months down the line, perhaps. That's it. I will make sure that there's links down in the description for you to find both of these picks. There should also be one down there for this case as well, and on the same website you can find the rest of these picks that I've got in the bag as well. That's it, thanks for watching.